Set nearly 1,000 years before the events in The Elder Scrolls IV: Oblivion and The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim, The Elder Scrolls Online lets you take part in the story set within the compelling history and deep lore of the Elder Scrolls franchise. Designed to be played exactly the way you want to play, you can start wherever you like. With no level restrictions and no subscription required, this massive world is yours to explore, alone or with friends. Choose a favorite location or storyline and jump in. From the capital cities of the Three Alliances to the magical Somerset Isles. From the Khajiit territory of Elsewhere to Morrowind, the home of the Dark Elves. From frozen Skyrim in the north to the endless swamps of Blackmarsh, adventure is everywhere. Are you ready to forge your own legend? Options for creating and personalizing characters in The Elder Scrolls Online are almost without limit. Choose from 9 different character races, with a 10th race option available as an add-on. Select from 6 unique classes and customize them to fill exactly the role you want to play. Want to create a high elf sorcerer who wears heavy armor and wields dual daggers for close quarters combat? Why not? Or maybe a Redguard Dragon Knight who prefers light armor and a bow. It's completely up to you. Earn skill points as you adventure across Tamriel to improve your character. Then master and customize your skills to match your style of play. As you explore the world, keep an eye out for sky shards. For every 3 of these rare crystals you collect, you earn a bonus skill point to spend on your character. The in-game skill advisor provides recommendations on how to best spend your points at each level, based on the different roles available to your character. And you can always reset your skills and reallocate your points whenever you visit a major city, so you can build and play the exact character you imagine. Go anywhere, do anything. That's the freedom presented in The Elder Scrolls Online. The game scales your character to the content, so explore any dark cave or mysterious forest that intrigues you. Adventure on your own, or with friends, even if those friends have wildly different levels or belong to different alliances. Dive into the rich and varied story content as a solo player, or join a group to take on the most dangerous dungeons and boss monsters in the world. During your character creation, select one of the 3 alliances competing for power in this era: the Daggerfall Covenant, the Ebonheart Pact, or the Aldmeri Dominion. Each alliance features a unique and compelling storyline, but your choice never precludes you from playing with friends of different alliances. The Elder Scrolls Online is designed so you can travel anywhere at any time, no matter your level or alliance. Tamriel is a dangerous place. When you cannot sneak or talk your way out of conflict, you have to fight. The Elder Scrolls Online features an action-based combat system, reminiscent of the classic Elder Scrolls games. Use your skills, special abilities, and a combination of light and heavy attacks to defend yourself and your allies while you obliterate your foes. Unleash powerful synergy attacks when fighting as part of a group, and use block and dodge to reduce damage and avoid enemy attacks. If you prefer sneaking to direct combat, you can use stealth to evade detection, get around obstacles, or even set yourself up to unleash a potent surprise attack. Even the best solo player needs a little help now and then. Use the Group and Activity Finder and the Friends list to team up with other players for a dungeon or other adventure. The Elder Scrolls Online community is extremely welcoming to new players and invites them to join in. Our players go out of their way to help new players and show them the ins and outs of adventuring in Tamriel. This is especially evident within player guilds, a great way to meet others and develop lasting relationships that enhance your game. Join a guild to trade resources, tackle group content, or simply chat about the latest revelation of lore. There are also in-game guilds your character can join to receive new skill options and special rewards. The Fighters Guild, the Mages Guild, the Dark Brotherhood, and the Thieves Guild are all accessible through story content. And for a real challenge, join the Undaunted and earn a unique skill line and extra rewards for tackling group dungeons. Dungeons present some of the most difficult and dangerous content available in the Elder Scrolls Online. From the small dungeon delves that challenge solo players, to group dungeons that require 4 players to take on, to the ultimate 12-person trials. These strange and wondrous places offer amazing visuals, complex battles, and compelling opponents unlike anything else in the game. Once your character reaches 10th level and you have a better understanding of the game, The Elder Scrolls Online gives you the option to participate in a variety of player versus player, or PvP, content. Duels offer a more intimate PvP experience, where you can test your skills or try out a new character build in one-on-one combat against another player. Battlegrounds present short, intense combat, as 4-person teams take on 15-minute battles to earn achievements, experience, and special rewards. Alliance wars are large-scale battles, where the 3 alliances fight for control of the imperial capital of Cyrodiil. With siege weapons and massive armies, fight to capture and defend keeps and win the day. While you adventure and explore, don't forget to collect the valuable resources you find scattered throughout the world. These items can be used to craft weapons, armor, food, potions, and accessories that you can use to improve or further customize your character. Develop your skills in one or more professions and improve them by completing specialized crafting writs. The professions include alchemy, blacksmithing, enchanting, clothing, woodworking, provisioning, and jewelry crafting. The Elder Scrolls Online provides players with the ability to own and personalize homes for their characters all across Tamriel. Homes can be acquired by completing quests, purchased through the Crown Store, or bought with in-game gold. Houses consist of single-room abodes to multi-chambered mansions. But nothing beats the opulence or grandeur of a manor house, complete with luxury accommodations for your character and up to 24 guests. Home ownership doesn't end there. Craft furnishings and accessories to personalize, improve, and decorate your home. There's never been a better moment to jump in and start playing The Elder Scrolls Online. With access to a multitude of adventures all across the width and breadth of Tamriel, and the freedom to play wherever and however you like, it's time to begin your Elder Scrolls story.
right in here and looking into the internal board of High Isle. I've talked a lot about the Elder Scrolls Online, and the game, the ultimate game that I feel is important to society is High Isle. This game, going over all over into the game, it kind of goes all over the entire world that the Elder Scrolls derives in, which is called Tamriel. And with these little things in real life, when you're looking to buy a game of your choice, the company actually puts out the what age can actually or should the guideline of like the age of people to where they can look and they can play the game. It's a mature 17 plus. Like if you're under 17, you should not be playing this game or any game that has the numbers and the lettering. Right here, this is the important part for children. This is good learning, because later on when you're growing up and you're of age, you're going to look at this and you're going probably looking at it right now like what is that ESRB or RSR8 or whatever it is. This game has been completely purchased in its entirety, and it will not play over in the main system that I work on, which is a scary part, and I'm trying to do this right now so the game can be played in the future. The Ready game is not available to play, which it already plays on just about every major system that is available for where it is. On here, as you can see, this is the actual console that actually carries this game that it runs. There's a couple of different other online places, which online for games, it's live broadcasts are needed for the games to be played, which in other parts of looking at like what is needed for things to work is basically traffic and people to look and be able to play these games, because some of these games are they're part of real life, and they this is an imaginary game, but it's real to some. The how I've envisioned the High Isle game is through DLCs, through Tamriel, the world of Tamriel in the system, and going with Blackwood elsewhere and Somerset in the imaginary, just right here. If you don't know what you're doing in a real live board, you don't want to mark this up, because this right here, that's like a big no-no if it's actually live in the system. If you don't know what you're doing, this is like a little boat, and it's like, hey, or possibly a fish or whatever. It's like hey, this is pretty good. Like how are you able to comprehend that this says High Isle? It's because it's being written right now as High Isle. You gotta know how to get this thing out here. This is like a big old sea monster. It's like, how do we get this little sea monster out? How do we erase the little sea monster that's waiting in the water. It's pretty easy with just like by a click of a button, and getting these animations running, which the sitting over just like a staff, what they call it, like a staff, like making like a little imaginary staff. Like, oh yeah, slowly. Thinking back, like, or of Moses, like putting up the bronze snake, like, I was like, oh, some people are like, I don't like that snake, and then some other people are like, I do like that snake. I like some hair on that snake, and they're like, oh, that looks like a bunny. I was like, oh, how cute. I was like, okay. So like got a lot of hair on the bunny, the staff bunny or whatever you want to call it. Um, Going on here, like this is actually live. Um, there are some places on the internet where you can actually see this live, but it's not available because of the main the main the main computers cannot see this because it would interrupt the system. Like basically in the live system in High Isle is there's live users, and what you need is you need what's called a contract. Some people don't like contracts, and contracts they're needed. Like sometimes contracts are not needed if it's under the if the company's under the understanding that a person will like actually pay like in the future, like in on the internet, like basically with companies, like how they look at it, if you're trying to pay and then you pay like most of the bill, they're okay with that because they know that you're trying. And being under a contract, that's a very good thing. Going in here, I don't know if this will actually have read the information. Just going in here, because if you go over here and click on that button, that's going to erase all of the information right here. Not the information such as the lettering. But if somebody were to go over and they were to like cross out that, it's like, what are you doing? I was like, well, I purchased that, and then it's just this is a good company, and then there's like going over there, what else are you going to do? And it's like a person that's not supposed to be in the system, they'd be like, oh well, I purchased it, and then the people that can go into the system are like, no, you did not purchase the system. And then they're like, oh, what are you doing? And then they're saying, wow, that's getting all erased. And they're like, why is it being erased? The game's not actually being erased, but this is just for this purpose. It's being showed that the things they can be erased, and they can be molded. It's basically like in here, like here, this is like a big old stream if you're looking at it, like with the like of how it's like developing. The all of the color has to go in, so the word of the whatever game it is gets sealed up. And this is how the connection is getting sealed up for the game, for the it's not necessarily the Elder Scrolls Online High Isle, and it's like in the entirety of what that says, like on the inside. But the just has to basically be sealed up. Oh, don't forget. Oh, like Isle. Oh no, Halloween. Like, how did that? Oh yes, we got a nice little. If you go into the game, you know what this character is. So beautiful. It's not Hake. Hake is a beautiful bard. And this is one of the piranhas, or the small pterodactyls that are in the game that are really cute. And so basically this is all just coloring, basic coloring, and what is needed, because it's going over here in the big old complex thought of what goes on when things like how this is not even it's not in there, but it is. And being able to read is the important part. This is just getting ready to play the game, and in order to take the marker, the color marker, what you have to do is you have to know how to be able to erase the marker that you might have. Some people want to have like an eraser where you just erase that, but not in this instance, because if there were just an eraser to erase like this little line here, that wouldn't do any good, because the whole thing has to be the whole thing has to be erased. And so going over here, just like clicking on that button, it's back to normal. And that's the important thing. So going over here is I'm going to check out how this, see, there's an intermittent connection. It's connected. That's all right. So this right here is what's the overlaying connection, which that provides the connection. What this looks like is the play button connection for inside of the internal button for the system here. So this goes over here. It's like you're sitting over here. You can go and click on a button, and it will like in your system that you're in. It will click and go to wherever the information is that is stored in the internal board of the outside server. This right here is the real board. Like I was talking before, where it was just black. This is the real board now. This is the imaginary clipboard. Okay? All these things matter. Like these blinking lights. The same thing as this. It clicks in to the outside clipboard of the program. Right here is what sends information over to here to the real board, the real clipboard, or the imaginary clipboard. This is the extension clipboard, or the clipboard extension. There's a 3 parts in the program that is being produced or learned, or whatever you wanna call it. But this right here shows the connection. It's the body. The body of the code. It's so beautiful. Going over here, you'll gotta. This is what actually click when you press on the click button, like the play button. This is the actual thing that clicks in. It's an imaginary. It's lightning quick in the wires. And look in here if there is a connection right here. Is there a connection? There is a connection. Now the question of these connections. Now this is like the play, the play button. But this is also considered the play button. How is there a the inverse connection? Right here, these are the inverse connections, as you can see over in the top left hand side, where it's coming in to the real board, to where, just left alone, the company can actually go in and they can see whatever information that is in the by clicking just by clicking a button. And that's pretty amazing, to where, like, this is the clip, and the clip is connecting over on the other side to where the outside clipboard within the company can be seen, so where the connection is sustains. And so, like, in going further on into the clipboard extension, the lighthouse. This is basically the part of what's called the lighthouse, which I've talked a little bit more about. This is just, these small little tiny fragments mean a whole lot. Over here, going over into a different part of this allows information to be read, and it's for your very own good, of to making sure that, for some odd reason, because the information that from the imaginary clipboard in here, they're looking out for your own best interest by warning you that, since the system that they have previous employees that are leaving the company, they had to go in to the through the imaginary clipboard into the real clipboard, to where the real clipboard transmitted over to the clipboard extension, and the information is available to read. good. So it just takes a minute for the clipboard to read the clipboard extension. I don't really have a name yet for just might as well call it the lighthouse, clipboard. They're basically all clipboards in here, and just different names they'll hopefully stick. And so, like in the lighthouse, the lighthouse going over from before, as you can see, it's not showing now. Just by clicking on that, so when it's clicked, boom, that's like in the imaginary clipboard. That's essentially clicking on whatever information's inside of the imaginary clipboard, and then going over to where the information is able to be read. Going over on that other side, it's like, in theory, when you click on the button on your pointer, going over into the clipboard extension, it will be able to read faster of the information on the clipboard extension. There's tons of information that does not make sense, and most of it doesn't have to be paid. The whole bulk of the message has to be paid. But in the system that I've seen is that it's for free. Now, why would these things be said if they're free, or if they cost money? That is not where that's not something I understand, and nor do I want to understand. There's just parts of the system to where it says there's free things, and a company will always put in something for free if they know that it will work. All this information is important. Of where the information is transmitted, where it's received, and to where it can be sent back out. Going just taking the system, like, if it were November 1st tomorrow, I'm trying to get at, I'm kind of losing thought of what I'm trying to say. If it was November 1st as a proposed date of where High Isle was proposed, along with other games, to go down, that's like pretty frustrating. And where would the information be available to transfer the files over? What it looks like here is that this is a connection for the clipboard extension over to the real clipboard, where the imaginary clipboard cannot read this unless you were to go over and just move over to the imaginary clipboard. It's not connected until there is a connection, which there's a connection, but if you're looking at the malfunction in the system here in this instance is in the clipboard extension, because it's not disturbing the word high or the semicolon. What this is disturbing is the play button. There's a little line that is disturbing the play button, and that's possibly why they thought that the part of the reason of why they thought that the that the that the console should go down. This is probably why they thought. Just thinking, because if you look down on the play bar, that connection it's not available to play until you go over to places such as like the imaginary clipboard, and you click on one of the lights in their lighthouse. In the imaginary clipboard, the outside company will consider these the lighthouse, and whether it's your lighthouse, like where you're near like the play button bar, or whether you're over on the clipboard extension, you need to be careful about what you do. If you are really a person, which I couldn't even fathom why a person would want to attack or like impersonate you or like steal your information. So what the company has as a form is called self XSS. Right here they make it very important that you don't want to like enter information that you do not understand. That's kind of an important thing, and it shows that the company actually cares. When you're in an individual console like this, you probably don't have the game in its entirety, like I do, but it's a blessing to watch anyway. And sitting over there, going into the just going into the lighthouse just a little bit. It's good to see, like, for preparing to actually play the game, which is a blessing right now that this can be played. But seeing and diagnosing the animations is where I will be getting into in the future, of seeing the animations run in the lighthouse here. It's just in premature form right now, and it's getting worked on, and it will slowly start working in. All these buttons, they do matter a whole lot. As you can see, the readings of the board. There's all sorts of, it's like the old game Pong, of what the waterfall looks like. It sure is beautiful. Every part of the waterfall has all sorts of little things going into the little pong bars, bouncing back and forth, bing 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 bing. It's important stuff. Getting pretty close to playing the game, and to actually play the game. It's getting close, and it's gonna be super exciting. whole reason for studying this is to see how the game is actually running, and when it's played, it sure is beautiful. Seeing the game run. You don't want to see a big old diagnostic board while you're playing the game. You want to see the full game. And with playing the game, you need to have an imaginary clipboard to where this whole screen is filled up with the game, or wherever you're playing over in High Isle. That's good to go. Well, today I'm going to be talking about waiting for the creation kit to start up. This is looks like gonna take a little bit of just some stuff. This is gonna be sweet when this comes in. Not sure what this is gonna look like, if there's gonna be a small window or what we're gonna see. This is the first time that this is being looked at, and so this is a really good thing for Skype Living to getting this in. So this is a really good, really important step to seeing the inner workings of the creation kit. This is absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna got the screen. The inner screen is on, but it's just not in here, as you can see on the screen. It's just not. I'm not there yet, but it will. It will. There's a lot of hope and a lot of prayers that have to be answered to seeing this go through. And so, looking at this right down, as you see the lower right corner, it's connecting up with the creation kit, if you want to call it a creation kit, creation engine, the generation engine, as some have called it. This is one of the first times that we have been able to see on the inside, and right now it's processing a lot of information of seeing, like in here. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. There's a difference in the creation kits. There's a separation happening between Skyrim and Fallout. They're two of the same systems. Like for the creation kit has been used, and what's happening is the separation is coming in to where the creation kit is not functioning entirely properly for Fallout. And I'm not sure how many Fallout users there are. I've suggested to switch over to Skype Oblivion with the Fallout folk, and right now this looks like this is getting properly tuned. This is really good. The creation engine is running, but the screen here of what you guys see is not totally working. Right now it's there's just needs a little bit of like the transmission to go in, but we need the engine, we need the transmission to connect with the engine. And so basically what you see on the screen here is the transmission of the vehicle. And as you're about to see, as I can feel the creation kit kicking in, and where we'll see the proper information. I'm not sure if the company's ever seen, like off of another computer, seen like both the engine and the transmission run at the same time. So this quite possibly is brand new and has never been seen. So this is going to be some sweet stuff to get this all connected. It's like working on a vehicle and working on the wires inside. We want to make sure that all of the wires are properly tuned up and that they're working. In here, there's more information on the inside of where the creation kit is going in. See, this is going to be an absolute blessing, and I'm super excited to be getting Skype Oblivion working a little bit more. It's gonna take some time, and to see some of these graphics come out, this is gonna be absolutely beautiful. We have the set release date of the year 2025 that is set to go in, and when we see the creation kit, when we see the creation engine, we know our job has just begun. And so once I see the engine on the screen here, my job is complete. And I'm going to do a lot more work when it does come in. So this is a really good thing. This is an important step to seeing the engine on the screen, because that will be able to explain to us what's going on in the inside of where we can modify some of the games. We can do some landscape work. We can check out to make sure that the game is running well. If there's any bugs, any fixes that are needed, any updates that we need to update. The only reason really for updates, there's two things with updates. Updates helps with the bugs that are inside of the game that might cause like freezing or might cause issues of some sort. And then the second one is updating the game for the purpose of updating, like putting in a DLC of the game. This is going to be really sweet. So this is the first step. Like before the year of 2025, this is an early time to where we're working to where we see the engine before we can actually play the game. It was almost merely impossible to actually produce what's called a screenshot. You guys, most of you guys don't even understand what a screenshot is. You don't have to understand what a screenshot is. I'm gonna be pretty happy when seeing the actual engine on there, because that's the important step, and it's exciting to actually see the engine firsthand, because I want you guys to see the engine. It's like driving, not driving Mrs. Daisy, but driving into Sky Oblivion. You know how important Starfield is? Starfield is an underrated game that's an influence to some of the Elder Scrolls games and ESO in of itself. So what I suggested earlier is to donate over in SpaceX, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to get some Starfield stuff, and that's the inner meaning behind that is that Starfield is like a backing for the company. And I'm super excited to see the new update that is developing, that's going to be talked about here on September 14th. The upcoming September 14th is going to be a super sweet time. So whether you are over in the east, in the eastern United States, we're talking about Eastern time. And so whatever time you are in your current living situation, if you are over in the West, like what's considered the Pacific Standard Time, you're going to want to be looking at the update stream coming in at 12 o'clock p.m., whereas it's 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, or some call it Eastern Standard Time. It's just a different word, like with the creation engine. Some called it early on the generation engine. And so what this is with the creation kit, this is building upon for Sky Oblivion in the future, for the engine and transmission to show proof that the engine and transmission both actually run. So this is a really good thing. As you can see, the transmission is trying to read the engine, and to where we can get some sight into seeing inside of the creation engine. This is going to be an absolute blessing when this actually comes out. It's the year 2025 is a long ways away from seeing Skyblivion. And if you're looking at, I want to see the game, there's plenty of little snippets of Skyblivion that's coming out. What's happening with Skyblivion is the files are being reconditioned. All of the Oblivion files are being transferred over to where we're modifying the game in which will make Skyblivion. And so with you guys seeing the creation engine and the creation transmission, this will be the first step in us seeing Skyblivion be made available in the year of 2025. So it's my hope here to see the transmission come alive to where we see both the engine and transmission working at the same time. This is going to be some sweet stuff. As you can see, this is just a basic still picture of the picture for the creation kit. The actual transmission is running with the engine right now, but we can't see inside of the engine yet. And so what I'm doing is in a more of a like a fancy or a technical terms, I'm going in and looking at the game with a scope. And so this is the basic point of which is this is one of the first times ever seeing this run. So as you guys can see, this is a picture that you might see like on Twitter or Facebook, just a regular picture in real life, where it's just somebody that's like standing, like posing for a picture. Well, the iconic Dragonborn in the fifth fifth version of Elder Scrolls, this is bringing one of the characters, such as the Dragonborn, into life. Like it's basically when animations, when they move, they're brought to life, and this will help us later on down the road with what's on a deeper level, a tooth ray machine. And so this is part of what's going to help us get the tooth ray machine working, because we're getting the creation kit to work. As you can see, this is the one of the first times that this is ever been seen. Okay, as you can see, there we go. So okay, so that right there, this is these are three spots, three places of what I'm touching on the inside of the engine. As you see, the mouse pointer, it's got trying to what does this look like? There we go. So we have this. This is the first. It looks like this might be the pointer that is, yeah, right here. That's the pointer. There we go. So this is where we locate between the engine and the transmission. This is the little key lock of sorts of what you guys are seeing. When I go off of the key, it goes back to the normal thing that you see of like a mouse pointer of what some call it So I don't see myself the screen that is the screen that is showing me. It's showing as a black, and so this is some sweet stuff for today, that to where we're looking in, and we're getting the engine scoped out to where we see the inside of the engine. So I'm this is a learning experience. So like looking in here, this deals with what's called artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence is communicating between the engine and the transmission. This is our artificial intelligence. The little pointer in between the engine and transmission is now reading, and it's going into inside to where we see the engine. The AI is going to let us into seeing what's available on the screen. This is going to take a tremendous amount of, some call a screen memory. As you can see, this is great because it's latched on. The engine and transmission, they're running. We're locked on. We're locked into place. We have the keys locked, and now we're waiting for the AI to kick in to where we see the engine from the creation kit. So to make it less complex, we have the engine and we have the transmission. As you can see with on your screen, if you were working on the machine, you'll see this off. Like if you've never worked on the machine before, well, once you do, you'll see that the key is locked right now, which it's locked in for both the engine and the transmission. As you can see over here, this is the loading bar, if you want to call it, is working to load in the information to where we see the screen. That of loading technology, of loading into like another screen or page, that's something I don't know what the exact term name actually is. I do know that we're in the second quarter of Elder Scrolls, so it goes on for 3 months in a quarter in Elder Scrolls, and so going into here just in the beginning of the second quarter, this is a lot of growth to see and a lot of good information, because this is going to gear us towards seeing the game of Skyblivion firsthand. This is gonna be great. Absolutely a blessing. So once you see the screen, like the engine, once I see the engine, wow, that's my job is complete in Elder Scrolls. Do you understand what I'm saying right now? When we see the engine, we know my job is just begun, which is complete. Like Elder Scrolls will be complete. There we go. So I'm gonna go back and latch on, put the key in. Okay, there we go. So the key is in. This is really hard to see if you don't like. This is important thing to watch, because this is going to carry a lot of weight for the entire company, for us to see the engine brought in by the transmission. This is going to be a really, really, really good thing. So I'm gonna turn the keys off. This is a really good thing. So just looking at one, there we go. Okay, so it looks like